That's all right. That's all right. That's all it. That's all it. That's all right. That's all right.
Impact Austen is a women's collective giving organization based in Central Texas.
The networking and social benefits of joining a group of women who are committed to a singular cause are really enormous.
Mission-driven, passionate women that are trying to change our community.
In 2020, we surpassed $7.4 million of grant making over our 17-year history. And we've adapted all of our programming to be online.
I am a core believer that it takes the people to be able to empower themselves in order to make change within their own communities. Well, Impact Austen is sort of like the wind beneath our wings, and they are a group of women that shows what collective power looks like.
Renew your membership today at impactaustin.org.
Hi, I'm Judy Maggio, Editorial Director of News and Public Affairs at Austen PBS, KLRU TV, and of course a proud Austenite. And I am here to welcome you to Impact Austen's 2020 annual meeting. Each year, Impact Austen members and friends gather to celebrate women's philanthropy, high-impact grant making, and honor the new community partners. Impact Austen welcomes all women with a passion to give and a desire to grow. Impact Austen cultivates and expands the knowledge, passion, and generosity of women. Members care deeply about our community, our partners, and each other. They give their time, expertise, and financial resources to address systemic challenges facing our community. Their shared goal, create a positive impact by leveraging the power of giving collectively. For background, the seed for Impact Austen was planted back in January of 2003 when founder Rebecca Powers read an article in People magazine about a group of women in Cincinnati, Ohio. These women pooled their individual $1,000 donations and together gave a $124,000 grant to a dental clinic for the homeless. Rebecca was inspired, and once she shared the story with friends, it sparked an idea that developed into Impact Austen. Now, 17 years later, Impact Austen is celebrating a total investment of $7.4 million in Central Texas nonprofits. The $7.4 million was collected in individual $1,000 contributions from Impact Austen members and went out in the form of 93 high-impact grants to 68 organizations. I know a lot of hard work went into hitting that $7.4 million milestone. So congratulations. What an accomplishment during such a critical year for our community. Later in the program, you're going to be hearing more about the 2020 community partners receiving $400,000 in funding from Impact Austen members. Girls Giving Grants, G3, is Impact Austen's youth initiative, made up of young philanthropists in grades 8 through 12. Each G3 member contributes towards grants to nonprofits whose work improves the lives of Austen area children. Later in this program, you'll hear more about the $10,300 worth of grants awarded by G3's class of 2020. Impact Austen always works to use collective resources for good by staying informed and looking for new, better ways to support nonprofits who ultimately are working to support big issues and address them. And 2020 has certainly presented some big new issues. This year, Impact Austen has worked alongside and supported some wonderful community partners who represent 17 years of grant-making history. Later in the program, you'll hear more about how Impact Austen has risen to the challenges of 2020 together in service with previous and current guidelines. There are many ways to support Impact Austen's work, the first being to renew, join, and to recruit new members. You can also deepen your commitment by giving to Impact Austen's own annual fund to support ongoing educational and outreach efforts. Later in the program, you'll hear more about how to join or renew your membership using a new monthly payment option. You'll also learn how to contribute to the new Philanthropy Circle through a one-time gift or recurring monthly donations. And of course, another way to support program is to sponsor a virtual online event. Speaking of which, on behalf of Impact Austen, I would like to take a moment to thank the annual meeting sponsors, our title sponsor, Bumble, premium sponsors, Phil and Adam Lowy, Susan and John Palumbo, and Miller Imaging and Digital Solutions, along with all of the leadership and philanthropy sponsors who you'll see listed in the event program. You can also support Impact Austen by volunteering to take part in a committee. This year, 347 of your fellow members participated in a committee or volunteered to plan an event. That's 80% of the total membership who have given time and talent to support Impact Austen. I'd like to thank the volunteers and Impact Austen staff who worked to make this annual meeting a meaningful and memorable event. And I'd like to thank all of you for logging in from home and taking time to join us for a moment of hope and celebration. And now I would like to introduce Christina Gorczynski, Impact Austen's Executive Director, who will kick off all of the programming today. Thank you all so much for your contributions, both big and small, to Central Texas area nonprofits. And congratulations to all of the 2020 Impact Austen community partners.
Thank you so much, Judy. I'm Christina Gorczynski. I'm the Executive Director of Impact Austen, one of the finest group of women you will ever meet. And this is completely surreal. I am speaking to both an empty room and a group of 300 women all at the same time. So thank you so much to everyone who's joining. I feel super supported by members near and far. And when I was getting ready for tonight and going through my notes, I found a to-do list from March 15th on which I'd scribbled annual meeting online this year, OMG, ? And I had been reading the news and talking to friends and Impact Austen members. And at the time, people were increasingly feeling at risk in public spaces. And we were just in the very beginning of what became several months of sheltering in place. So that is when we started planning this incredible event that was made possible by a few women who I'd like to just go ahead and name out. Tracy Nelson and Lauren Paver are two advancement committee co-chairs. Lindy Yang and Judy McCarthy are two marketing co-chairs. Deanna DeHaven and the entire team at C2C Media for doing the incredible video production that you're going to get to experience this evening. Impact Austen's board of directors, our incredible office manager, Nicole Genovese, and of course, our amazing event chair, Katie Dochin. So here I am now later, and I'm staring at a computer screen right in front of, this is the Impact Austen photo booth that you normally see at our meetings. I even went and got the flowers out of storage and got some of the signs. So now we officially have event photos. So very exciting. And it really feels like forever since the last time we were together at Discovery Day. It has been such an incredible honor to lead Impact Austen during such a pivotal moment in all of our lifetimes. The need for Impact Austen is more and more apparent every single day with COVID-19, economic hardship, and mass protests across the country for people just demanding human rights. On Friday, I sent out a message to all of our membership on behalf of myself, our board, and our organization that we stand with the Black community and we grieve collectively. And tonight, I want to take a moment from our most special event nights that we host every single year and just take a moment of silence and take a deep breath. I want to take a moment of silence and a deep breath That breath is a privilege for some, it is denied to others, and it is necessary for all. So let's breathe and take a moment to pause in the profound changes and unrest in the world. And let's breathe so we can fully be present and focus on being together here tonight. Impact Austen commits to following the leads of our community partners right now. We trust their keen insights and channel our resources, our connections and education to support and uplift the folks who are doing the hard work, who are often unseen and unheard. We as an organization further commit to creating a safe space to engage in productive dialogue and commit to learning from each other and with each other. And if folks have resources that you would like to share with each other, please reach out at contact@impactausten.org. And also our next diversity, equity, and inclusion meeting will be held on January 16th at 6:30 on Zoom. Details to follow. As an organization, we're also continuing to find ways to include as many women as possible in our organization. And because of your support, we're able to offer every community partner that Impact Austen funds a membership to Impact Austen and create a seat at the decision-making table. We also want to make sure Impact Austen this year is accessible to as many people as possible. And we updated our membership dues to be able to create a monthly payment plan. This year, at the request of Impact Austen members, and after receiving a capacity building grant from the St. David's Foundation, we created a monthly giving option for members, and you can sign up today to pay your monthly dues in 12-month installments. You'll also be able to round up at an amount of your choice, and you can check out our website, impactausten.org, for more information. Also new this year for Impact Austen is the goal is to really strengthen our fundraising efforts and also to acknowledge so many of you that are already making financial contributions to Impact Austen beyond your $1,250 membership fees. So we created a annual fund and the philanthropy circle. That funding will help support our programming, grant making, and other educational events. So on this screen, you will see an Ask a Question box. And make sure if you have any questions, anything that you don't hear tonight, any info that you want to follow up on, if you hit Ask a Question and submit it, we'll respond via email and to the email that you use to register. So with that, I would like to again welcome you. I'm going to next show a video from one of our sponsors, Bumble, and their community giving manager, Kyra Say. And I hope that y'all enjoy her message and know how much our sponsors mean to us.
Hi, my name is Kyra. I'm a special projects manager for Bumble, the Women First social networking app that helps people make empowering connections across love, friendship, and business networking through Bumble Date, BFF, and Bumble Biz, respectively. No matter the type of relationship, women make the first move on Bumble. Bumble recognizes the importance of relationships and how crucial they are to a healthy, happy life. And we believe in fostering a community that's rooted in kindness, respect, and equality. And our users play a huge and very important role in all of that. And today we're so excited to partner with Impact Austen and showcase Bumble's support to incredible nonprofit organizations that are dedicated to community enrichment and empowerment. It's in our DNA to support the communities where we operate, and we're so thrilled to be here with you today. As an Austin-based company, community engagement is truly important to us. This is especially crucial during a time when local businesses and nonprofit organizations are struggling due to the economic downturn caused by the ongoing pandemic. I don't have to go into a ton of detail. You already know what I'm talking about. And so we've committed nearly $1 million to small businesses and nonprofit organizations in over 11 countries across the globe through our community grant program, and we're excited to work with Impact Austen to amplify this commitment even more through grant contributions to a number of local nonprofit organizations. So thank you.
Thank you so so much to Bumble and to all of our event sponsors. I'd like to quickly note that our next Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee meeting is June 16th at 6:30, not January 16th at 6:30, which I said, which is sort of where my mind is. Like, has it been 2 weeks or like 12 months? I don't even know. So the next DEI meeting will be June 16th. And up next here in our program, I caught up with Becky Austen, the chair of Grantmaking and Strategic Partnership for Impact Austen. We talked through some of the updates that Impact Austen did on our grantmaking in 2020, and Becky will also introduce our community partners for this year.
Hi, I'm Becky Austen. I'm the Grants and Strategic Partnerships leader for Impact Austen, and I've been a member for over 10 years.
As we think about how much has changed in these past several months, how has Impact Austen embodied a spirit of trust-based philanthropy?
It was clear from early on that COVID-19 was going to have a significant impact on nonprofits. We reached out to our members, our community partners, and engaged with other nonprofits, funders, and leaders in the community for insight. And the following themes emerged from those conversations. First, Impact Austen's mission, ethics, and core values are more essential than ever, and we cherish and honor our members. Second, as a major longstanding funder in Central Texas, we need to be empathetic, agile, and responsive to the needs of the nonprofit community, even if this means disrupting our norms. In short, we need to trust our members in their grant making, and we need to trust the nonprofits to target their spending where they need it most.
So Becky, how did Impact Austen pivot grant making to respond to the pandemic?
First, we knew we needed to act swiftly. We abbreviated and accelerated our grant cycle by eliminating site visits and moving immediately to the finalist stage. Secondly, we needed to change our grant terms, distribute our funds more broadly and flexibly. We made all of our grants in 2020 unrestricted over 1 year, and we doubled the number of community partners by splitting every award 75% and 25% in each category. Third, we knew we needed to go virtual and fast. We conducted online voting. We used 5-minute video presentations from each finalist and a briefer finalist packet to help our members make informed decisions. Our Girls Giving Grants program for young women followed a similar pattern, using virtual site visits and member meetings, online voting, and also moving to unrestricted grants split to both finalists, 25% and 75%.
So Becky, obviously these are profound changes for Impact Austen to make in such a short time frame. How has our community reacted?
I'm so grateful for how our volunteer grants leadership and board moved so quickly and thoughtfully to make these decisions. We've had great feedback from members. They say they're proud to be a member of Impact Austen in this moment. These sentiments are echoed by our community partners who have reflected on how we've responded to their needs. We're already looking at how these changes will inform our future grant making. Virtual gatherings and decision making will likely be the norm for some time. Streamlining our processes will benefit both our members and our nonprofit applicants. We've realized we can simply let go of some things and innovate in new ways.
COVID-19 is amplifying race, gender, and socioeconomic inequities that were already prevalent, creating even greater disparities for those who are vulnerable and underserved. How do you see Impact Austen showing up in this regard?
Impact Austen is seeing this directly through the eyes of our nonprofit partners. Black and brown communities are the hardest hit by COVID-19 in terms of job losses and healthcare disparities. Many are at greater risk for exposure as essential workers in jobs that can't be done remotely. People experiencing homelessness and poverty lack access to safe shelter and healthy food. So many of the constituents served by nonprofits are struggling with fewer resources and greater isolation. People with disabilities, youth in foster care, the elderly, immigrants and refugees, victims of child abuse and domestic and sexual violence. Artists and creatives have lost their income. Women, especially women of color, are particularly impacted, juggling caregiving and homeschooling, working in jobs with fewer benefits and no safety nets. Impact Austen introduced the Social Innovation Grant last year to fund a collaborative focused on advancing equity for women and girls of color. We've had very strong feedback on this program, and we're going to offer that grant again this fall. We've also engaged with Mission Capital, One Voice Central Texas, the City of Austin, and many other community stakeholders to survey nonprofits, raise awareness, unpack these issues, and develop solutions together.
I'll just ask you, so Becky, how would you like to wrap up?
I'll wrap up by saying that we have our own work to do on this journey with Impact Austin. We recognize that our member demographics don't reflect the communities served by the nonprofits that we fund. We need to continue to evolve our membership and our grant-making practices to be more equitable and accessible. Impact Austin has always embraced a culture of humility and learning, and now, more than ever, this is how we can show up. And now, I'm proud to introduce our 2020 community partners.
Impact Austin's mission is to cultivate the collective wisdom and strength of women to transform our communities through philanthropy. Every year, Impact Austin awards grants to high-impact causes selected by our members. We're excited to introduce you to this year's finalists and this year's winners. First, the finalists for Catalyst Grants.
Hi, I'm Brittany Bays with Family Elder Care.
Family Elder Care supports older adults and adults with disabilities by focusing on health, social connection, financial security, and protection from abuse, neglect, and exploitation.
So this Impact Austin investment in our infrastructure is really crucial to respond quickly in a remote fashion during the COVID-19 crisis.
My name is Kristen Pierce-Freaky, and I am the Executive Director of the Austen Child Guidance Center.
Austin Child Guidance Center's mission is to improve the mental health of children and their families through early intervention, diagnosis, and treatment to help them develop the emotional skills to face life's challenges.
The stress of the coronavirus and sheltering in place only exacerbates the anxiety, depression, and trauma symptoms that our clients were already experiencing, and we want to support them in the best way possible.
Next, let's meet the finalists for community grants.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Long. I'm the director of Casa Marianella.
Casa Marianella welcomes recently arrived refugees and asylum seekers in Austin and promotes self-sufficiency by providing shelter and support services.
I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to help the people that we help, and I'm very thankful to you guys for giving us an opportunity to apply for this grant, which will help us so tremendously, both to get through this current difficult period and also to strengthen our work into the future.
I'm Emily, the Executive Director of BookSpring.
BookSpring helps build early literacy in Central Texas's low-income children and families through increasing home libraries and reading aloud activities for children.
BookSpring has been distributing books in Central Texas since 1974, and this is no time to stop.
Now, finalists for education grants.
I'm Angela Watkins, board president at the Welcome Table.
Welcome Table's Freedom Schools fosters a passion for reading, the wonder of science, and a love of learning among underserved elementary age scholars in East Austin.
Should public health restrictions continue, we will provide families the technology and support to fully engage with live lessons online. For 6 weeks this summer and through the 2021 school year, Freedom Schools will keep scholars excited for learning, whether class is in person or virtual.
My name is Laura Wood, and I'm the Executive Director at Kids in a New Groove.
Kids in a New Groove provides Central Texas youth in foster care with free music lessons through mentorship.
Funding from Impact Austin will provide Kids in a New Groove the crucial ability to refocus on recruitment and retention of Austin area students and music mentors, ensuring that we emerge stronger than ever from this difficult time.
And the finalists for health and well-being grants.
My name is Karen Reynes, and I'm the Executive Director for NAMI Central Texas.
NAMI Central Texas provides education, support, and advocacy programs at no cost for families and individuals impacted by mental health issues.
In the last 30 days, NAMI Central Texas quickly pivoted to provide our free programming online. With your support, we can expand these efforts and ensure that families have access to the community of support that they need during this critical time.
My name is Ivana Neri, and I am the Austen Director for the Family Independence Initiative.
Family Independence Initiative invests directly in low-income people so they can work individually and collectively to achieve prosperity.
FII is so compelling to me because they have a strength-based model where they focus on the great things that families are doing.
In this critical moment in time, all of our finalists are more important to their communities than ever. Impact Austen has stepped up too. Here's Christina about to deliver some good news.
Thank you for joining us today for our Facebook Live announcement of Impact Austen's 2020 Community Partners. I'm Christina Gorczynski. I'm the Executive Director of Impact Austen. Today, we recognize and honor the extraordinary work being carried out by 8 phenomenal organizations in Central Texas during this critical time. This year, we doubled the number of nonprofits we supported. For the first time, 75% of the award in each grant category will go to an applicant with the highest number of votes, and the other finalist receives 25%.
Learn more at impactaustin.org.
Congratulations to all of the congratulations to the incredible community partners for 2020. All of this work was made possible because of our members and our crew of 347 volunteers who gave time to Impact Austen this year. Thank you especially to our board and committee cabinet. They're listed all on the leadership page of our website, impactaustin.org. Thank you so much to the grants leadership team, the grant review committee chairs, and every single grant review committee member for all of your hard work. I'd also like to thank our new member welcome committee, our technology and marketing committees, and also our zone captains. Our zones are our monthly social events that right now are being hosted online. The next zone is a virtual chocolate tasting. The chocolate is real. The interaction will be virtual, and that will be on Tuesday, June 23rd. Another special upcoming event is our past and current board member Zoom Summer Social. So if you are a current or past board member of Impact Austen, keep an eye out for an invitation for a Zoom social event on Tuesday, July 21st at 4 p.m. An event that's open to all of our membership is a strategic giving seminar featuring financial advisors who are going to explain how to do plan giving, legacy giving, and all of the other creative ways to give. This is part of our philanthropic growth education. That will be a webinar on August 11th at 9:30 a.m. The event is free for members, and you'll also get to learn more about Impact Austen's endowment at that event. So we've really worked hard to put together so many incredible programs to keep y'all engaged right now while we're all separated. The other exciting opportunity that's coming up is an opportunity to participate in our Social Innovation Grant Review Committee. And you'll be seeing signups opening for that later this summer. All of that programming will also be done online this year. We're planning to do that Grant Review Committee online and also voting online. So I talk about the next couple months, and I'm also like, the next couple months, what do the next couple months have to bring? We really have no idea. But something that's been on my mind the last couple of days has been thinking about how we're going to talk about 2020 in the future. And when our children or our children's children or the young people in our lives ask us where we were during 2020, we want to be really proud about what we say. And I am really proud that I get to say that I worked with all of you during 2020. So thank you so much for everything that y'all have done this year. So many volunteers are out there, and even just our members for entrusting our organization with your philanthropic dollars this year. Up next, you're going to see a really incredible, touching video that is a tribute to our community partners over the last 17 years. And after that video, you will get to hear live from Chelsea Elliott, who's the Executive Director of the Helen Foundation, one of our 2019 community partners. And I want to just go ahead and say thank you so much, Chelsea, for sharing your story. So thank you so much again. And now stay tuned for this really special video.
In this moment, it is critical for Central Texans to stand together with our nonprofits. The COVID-19 pandemic forces us to face the importance of good health and its impact across all aspects of our lives. The nonprofit organizations that work to support the most vulnerable in our community are facing dire challenges. Whether they assist refugees or protect children from abuse, this crisis has made their work both more difficult and more essential than ever. In response to these challenges, Impact Austin's community partners are stepping up, multiplying their outreach, crafting creative solutions, and using technology to bridge the gap. Food banking, direct financial help, making and distributing masks, online classes, video hangouts, drive-through services. Each day, they find new ways to do the most good. Our community partners are resilient. Their volunteers are dedicated. Their impact cannot be overstated. The community means just as much to our partners as our partners mean to our community. Now it's more clear than ever, we need each other. What our partners have done and how the community has responded has been inspiring. And if we can do this today, imagine what we can do tomorrow. Together. Join Impact Austin today.
Good evening. My name is Chelsea Elliott, and I am the founder and executive director of the Helen Foundation, your 2019 Health and Wellbeing Community Partner. At Helen, we exist to improve children's vision through an innovative delivery of care that begins with screening for potential vision problems, offering free eye exams, and then with the help of Impact Austin, ensuring that those children have access to prescription glasses. My motivation for this work is fueled by my personal losses. Failed screenings in preschool revealed that I was blind in one eye and deaf in one ear. So in 4th grade, when I learned about Helen Keller's extraordinary life, I very boldly declared, I am half blind and half deaf. I am half Helen. Little did I know that my childhood nickname would come to characterize my life's work. Our journey to becoming an Impact Austin community partner began back in December of 2018. We had just received a large donation of like 1,600 pairs of eyeglasses frames, and that became the catalyst for our Impact Austin application. We shared a dream of becoming Austin's only mobile eye care program that provided free eye exams and prescription glasses to children in low-income schools. You, the women of Impact Austin, made that dream reality. On October 15th of last year, we launched Optical Prime, our on-site mobile eye care clinic. Because of you, we were able to help over 200 children receive eye exams and free glasses to help them see clearly. Now, winning an Impact Austin grant is an incredible honor. it is also a huge feat. Take comfort to know that your grant review committees thoroughly vets all of your prospective community partners. Rigorous processes are in place to ensure that your investments are supporting nonprofits that have demonstrated the potential to make a meaningful impact. The 5-month process reevaluated every facet of our organization, from project feasibility to staff leadership to board leadership, and included a stringent financial review. I share all this because Impact Austin's reputation for taking its obligation as a philanthropic steward is renowned. After being named a community partner, Foundation started reaching out to us asking how they can support Have Helen. We asked one foundation for $25,000 and they sent us a check for $35,000. Being a community partner also includes membership, and membership is more than just making a gift. And there are lots of ways to get involved at Impact Austen. I, for example, took the opportunity to join the Education Grant Review Committee, the GRC. Having been a grant recipient and fully realizing the magnitude, I was eager to help select the next promising nonprofit. Despite the COVID-19 adjustments, the process to name this year's community partners remains steadfast. And I'm extremely grateful for our GRC and Impact Austen leadership for how quickly they adapted in order to support this year's community partner finalists. My hero, Helen Keller, said that alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Alone, if you donated $1,200 to Have Helen Foundation, we could provide 48 pairs of glasses. Together with Impact Austen, we were able to purchase the equipment that will allow us to produce over 100,000 pairs of glasses. Collectively, we can unleash the full potential of our community. As I wrap up, I encourage you all to join together with us this evening. Can we count on you all for another year of collective grant making? All you have to do is click the link in the resources section and either pledge or renew your membership today. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce you to fellow Impact Austen members, Carol and Katie Dochin.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. I'm Katie Dochin, the chair of tonight's event, and I'm so glad all of you have joined us. I'm here with my mom, Carol Dochin, the owner of Dochin Realtors.
Thank you, Katie. I've been a member of Impact Austen for more than a dozen years, and I'm delighted to once again be supporting our organization as a business sponsor.
When I moved back to my hometown of Austen a couple years ago and learned about Impact Austen, I was excited to find out my mother was already involved.
After Katie joined me in our family business, she encouraged us to deepen our support for Impact Austen, and we signed on as a corporate sponsor starting last year. I've been selling homes in Austen for almost 40 years and lived here even longer. I'd like to think I know our city pretty well, but every year through Impact Austen, I learn so much about the challenges faced by fellow Austenites and the great work that nonprofit organizations are doing in our community every day.
In our real estate business, we help people relocate to Austen. And one friend pointed out that at Dochin Realtors, not only do we help people find a home, we help people find a new life here. Austen is really known for its openness and its accessibility. And when people move here, they can get involved and be welcomed immediately. Impact Austen is a great example of an organization where new members can get involved and jump right into volunteer committees and leadership positions. That's how I got started here. During my first year, I served on the inaugural Social Innovation Grant Review Committee. I chaired the check presentation ceremony at City Hall, and I hosted a recruiting event at my home to try to get new members for our organization. Every woman that I've met and worked with through Impact Austen has been so impressive in terms of the initiative and ingenuity that they possess, and I felt challenged and fulfilled by each role that I've taken on.
Since Katie was a little girl, I've taken her along with me to my various philanthropic activities. I've tried to lead by example, showing her how our family and business dollars and our personal involvement have made a difference in the lives of people in Austen. I'm thrilled that she's following in my footsteps, making a commitment both financially and with her time to help make Austen a better, more equitable place to live.
Thanks to all of you for your time and commitment to this great organization, and especially to our community partners who are the true heroes in our midst. I also want to give a special thanks to Judy Maggio, who has volunteered her time and talent as tonight's MC. Judy exemplifies the spirit and leadership of women getting involved and getting things done in Central Texas. I'm really looking forward to another great year, joining hands with all of you together and making our home a better place to live.
Thank you so much to Carol and Katie Dochin for your unwavering support of Impact Austen. You really embody mother-daughter philanthropy, which I think leads me really well next into our G3 video. And that is our Girls Giving Grants program for 8th to 12th grade girls to get involved in collective giving from a really young age. So hear a little bit about G3 next.
Hi, I'm Katiana Soenen, and I'm the current president of Girls Giving Grants. So I currently work really closely with all the advisors and all the other incredible leaders in the organization to make sure that everything's running smoothly. Girls Giving Grants is really such an amazing organization that empowers young middle and high school aged girls that they really can make a difference in their communities. And we do this by teaching them about the grant giving process, which allows them to learn about the nonprofit world and about philanthropy, as well as the many needs in their community and how to address them. This year, due to the COVID-19 virus, we had to make a few changes in the G3 process. So first of all, we ended all of our meetings once the COVID-19 began to have a significant impact. In addition to this, we also decided to split our $10,300 grant. That way we'd be funding both finalists instead of just one as we usually do. This year, we decided to do it a 25-75 split. So our first finalist would end up receiving 75% of our grant, and the other one would receive 25%. I am so excited to announce that this year we'll be funding both the Friends of the Children and Mother's Milk Bank. Friends of the Children will be receiving $7,800 for their grant, and they are an incredible nonprofit that supports young at-risk children by pairing them with older mentors to set them up for success in the future. We'll also be granting $2,500 to Mother's Milk Bank, another amazing Austen area nonprofit that provides life-saving breast milk for children in the NICU. I am so incredibly excited to be joining both of these nonprofits in their impact on the Austen area.
All right, so that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much to the G3 girls. The next class of G3 registration opens up on July 15th. Information there on the G3 page at impactaustin.org. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Thank you all so much for all of your incredible contributions to Impact Austen. I hope you will renew your membership, give to that annual fund that we've kicked off this year, and send your friends our way. And with that, I'd like to just quickly close with a quick message to one of our outgoing board members who is incredibly special to our organization. We made a little thank you video for you. And then for everyone else, just stick around for the dance party. Make sure to get up, stretch, and move around a little bit. Thank you all so much for going on this journey with us, doing a virtual and online meeting. Thank you again so much. I will see you in person. I hope. I miss y'all so much really, really soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Susan Palumbo, Impact Austen's president. And this evening, I want to thank our outgoing president, Lauren Paver, for her amazing work bringing together her personal and professional skills. You are an inspiring leader, Lauren. We have diversified our revenue streams. Couldn't be more proud of that work. We've made a lot of progress on our diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, and we're very grateful that you chose to volunteer your time this way.
Lauren, thank you does not begin to capture the gratitude that I feel for my opportunity to work with you on our board, with our strategic planning process, and all the many ways that you have shaped and molded our organization over the years. It's really, really phenomenal. You are steady, you are strong, you are a fiercely determined leader, and Impact Austen is better for the contributions you've made over the years. Thank you, Lauren, for everything.
Hey, Lauren. You are a beautiful blend of moxie and persistence. You helped Impact Austen dream bigger, better, and smarter. Thank you for your tireless resolve, your sense of humor, and your get-it-done attitude. And not only are you a great leader, but you are also an enduring friend. And for both, I am grateful. Godspeed.
For that, we toast to you, Lauren. And don't get too comfortable on this sabbatical, because as soon as you get rested and rejuvenated, we are coming right back at you for the next volunteer leadership opportunity. With that, toast to Lauren. Cue the glitter bombs.